à tous et bienvenue sur notre chaîne. C'est un grand plaisir de vous revoir cette fois-ci avec notre nouvelle leçon. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's a great pleasure to see you again after a long break. So today we are going to learn about family. Okay, as you know very well, when you are going to give your DELF exam, so you are going to be asked about talk about yourself, tell about your likes and dislikes, and talk about your family. So for that you need to learn all the vocabulary related to family, right? So if you are watching me for the first time, then my name is Khezran and I'm your French teacher. Do not miss any of my video. For that you need to subscribe and to activate the bell icon to receive all the notification. So I'm not going to waste your time. We are going to see the part 1 of the lesson about my family. Let's get started. So we are going to see the close relation. In your DELF exam, you will be asked, parle-moi de ta famille. Parle-moi de ta famille. So if you are learning French for the first time, so you need to know all the vocabulary, how to tell about mother, father, brother, sister. So we are going to start about parents, right? How will you say parents in French? So in English you say parents. In French you say les parents, as you pronounce A as A in French. I'm talking about alphabet, right? Let's repeat. Parents, you say in French, les parents, right? So we are going to see in detail. If you want to say father, then what you say? Le père. Le père. Le père means father. But if you want to say my father, then you say mon père. Mon is particularly used for masculine noun. Okay? I repeat. My father, mon père. Mon père. All right. Now we are going to see about mother. How will you say mother in French? La mère. La mère. Mother means la mère. Okay, so if you want to say my mother, then you say ma mère. Ma mère. Or you could say also ma maman. Ma maman. Right? I repeat, either you say ma mère or you could say ma maman. Okay? Ma is used particularly for feminine noun. That is like possessive adjective to tell something which is yours. So for masculine you will use mon. For feminine you will use ma. Okay? Let's repeat again. My father, mon père. Or you could say also mon papa. Mon papa. And for mother, you say ma mère, or you could say ma maman. All right? So again, we will see all the close relation. If you want to say about your brother and sister, I mean your siblings, then what you say? For brother, you say le frère. Le frère. But if you want to precise my brother, then you say mon frère, as I told you that mon is used for masculine noun, okay? Mon frère. And if you want to say about your sister, then what you say? La sœur. La sœur. Sister means la sœur. And if you want to say my sister, then you use ma sœur, because sœur is a feminine noun. So ma sœur. Alright? Repeat together. Mon frère for my brother. Ma sœur for my sister. Alright? So, as I told you that in your DELF exam you will be asked, parle-moi de ta famille. So now as you know all the vocabulary related to family, so how can you say about your family? How can you describe? So you can say, for an example, j'habite dans une famille de 6 personnes dont mes parents, moi, mes frères et sœurs. J'ai 2 frères et une sœur. Je répète, j'habite dans une famille de 6 personnes, dont mes parents et mes 2 frères et ma sœur. So, brother and sister means mes frères et sœurs. Mes frères et sœurs. Or, in case if you don't have sister, you have only brother, then you could say, j'habite dans une famille de 6 personnes, dont mes parents, mes 3 frères et moi. Alright? In case if you have no brother, you have only sister, then you say, j'habite dans une famille de 6 personnes, dont mes parents, mes 3 sœurs et moi. Alright? So, it depends on your case, but I just give it as an example. I think you can understand. I think it is clear. So the short conclusion, whatever I want to give you, the short way, whatever I want you to remember is that whenever you are asked to describe your family, if anyone is asking you, tell me about your family, parle-moi de ta famille, you always use the verb to have. You should always use the verb to have to tell about how many brother and sister you have. For an example, if you have 1 brother and 1 sister, then you say, j'ai un frère et une sœur. Un frère, because frère is a masculine noun, so you use the article un. J'ai un frère et une sœur. Une is used for feminine noun, alright? So, if you don't have nor brother nor sister, then you say, je suis la seule enfant de mes parents. If you are a girl, then you say, je suis la seule enfant de mes parents. Otherwise, if you are a boy, then you say, je suis le seul enfant de mes parents. All right? Now, we are going to see other relation. In a joint family, you must know all the extended relation like grandparents. Grandparents. How will you say grandparents in French? So, as I told you, if you want to say parents, then you say parents. You pronounce A as I in French, so the same case is for here. The grandparents, you say les grands-parents. Les grands-parents, right? So let's go in detail. If you want to say my grandfather, how will you say in French? Mon grand-père, because grand-père is a masculine noun, so you use mon grand-père, right? Mon grand-père for my grandfather, all right? Now, if you want to say my grandmother, then you say ma grand-mère, either it is from your father's side or from your mother's side, because I noticed that in other country, like especially in India, as currently I'm living in India, so I noticed that here in India they use a different word to call grandfather and grandmother. It depends if it is paternal grandfather and grandmother, then they use dadi, dada, and if it is from mother side, I mean maternal grandparents, then they use nani, nana, but in French, you will use the same word for either it is from your mother's side or from your father's side, then you always say mon grand-père et ma grand-mère, all right? Let's see other relation now. In case if you are married, right? If you are married, how will you say about your husband? You will say mon mari. My husband means mon mari, mon mari. And for opposite case, if you want to say my wife, then you say ma femme, ma femme. Or you could say mon épouse, mon épouse. And the same case for my husband, mon époux. X is at last, that is silent, right? Let's repeat together. What you say for husband, my husband means mon mari, or you could say mon époux. And for my wife, you can say ma femme, you can say ma femme, or you could say mon épouse. Okay, so in case if you are married and you have children, so for children, you say les enfants. Children means les enfants. To be more precise, if you want to say my children, then you say mes enfants. Okay, so in that there is daughter and son as well. So how will you say about daughter in French? My daughter, which means ma fille, ma fille. And for my son, you can say mon fils, mon fils. So be careful here. You can also say la fille as a girl. But le fils, you cannot use that for a boy. To call a boy, you say le garçon ou un garçon, right? So if you want to say, I have one daughter and one son, then you say j'ai, you always use the verb to have. J'ai une fille et un fils. Or you could say j'ai une fille et un garçon. As I told you that garçon is also used to tell about a son. So you can say j'ai une fille et un garçon. All right? So I think it is more than enough for today, and the rest we will see in our second part. And make sure you revise well your lesson. I will put in the description box our previous lesson. So now you don't need to panic, you don't need to worry. You have more than enough vocabulary to describe about your family, right? So for the time being, see you, bye bye, take care, à très bientôt.